those abs. It's unbelievable.
I'm going to go ahead and say he is a weathered old
These
veteran.
professionals are fighting 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out
if Goodwin's put together like a subdivision at 45, what would your term be for Mr. Wegesin?
I would say he is
from Columbia, South
circular
Carolina.
like a cul-de-sac.
Tim, the Terror.
There are no breaks.
Goodwin.
There are no breaks.
I put you on the spot and you folded a tent, sir.
I will not argue that point right now. Although I feel like Wegesin is sucking in right now for the cameras.
Fighting out of the red corner.
How dare you?
He's fighting from Team
But I'll tell you right now that this place is going to erupt.
He weighed in at 142 pounds. Tasting defeat only once. He has 4
right now. Who's it going to be?
From Swanee, Georgia.
As much as I want to go DJ Wegesin, Tim Goodwin just he looks like he's going to win. I got no other reason to say that other than he looks like he's going to win.
Can't argue that point right now.
He's got age. He's got 1 inch, so he's probably got a little bit of a reach. He doesn't have the experience, but you know, I'm just picking Goodwin. Goodwin in the black and white trunks, Wegesin in the white trunks.
I'm gonna say
this is pro MMA.
I'm gonna say Goodwin dominates the fight. Wegesin catches him late.
That's a bold statement, to say the least.
Everybody loves an underdog.
We got the crazy bald guy back over here in Wegesin's corner that almost spilled my drink earlier.
His twin has disappeared.
Yeah.
Maybe got thrown out. I don't know.
Wegesin with some open palms here. Not traditional boxing stance. Goodwin firing down the middle. Goodwin looks like he's got some Thai background. He's staying on the balls of his feet, throwing some early kicks. But overall, both guys are going to have good stand-up. Caught the leg. Goodwin catches the leg. Nice double leg. Wegesin's going to look to get his knee cut back up and get guard here. And this is pro MMA, so a lot different on the ground than you've been seeing. Elbows, punches, everything on the ground to the head's legal now. Knees are legal everywhere on the ground except for the head. Pro MMA, 8th fight of the night, Wild Bill's Fight Night. I'm Cliff Farrell along with Brandon Veazey. We're streaming live on the internet tonight. We're also going to be on Comcast On Demand after the fact. So definitely, if you're a Comcast customer, definitely check this out. If you want to watch a replay, if you're watching on the internet now and want to watch a replay, Wegesin with a high guard here. Key factor for Goodwin here is he just wants to stay postured up, wants to look for a pass, which is what he's doing right now, and he wants to look for putting out damage while he's looking for a pass. Nice pass by Goodwin.
So what kind of trouble is Wegesin in here that he's past the legs?
Well, he's in danger of hammer locks here. He's in danger of just, you know, overall position. It's a position battle here. Goodwin, if he's schooled in side mount, can slip elbows here. He can look to mount, but mount's not what it's cracked up to be like it used to be. You know, a lot of guys have gotten better at defending in mount. In pro, mount's more dangerous than amateur, obviously, because in pro you can punch and elbow to the head. So there's two different schools of thought on that. Some people would rather be in side mount, slipping elbows and knee into the body. Some would rather be in full mount, raining down blows, looking to cut them with an elbow and then damaging that way. But as you see right here, Wegesin's in a ton of trouble.
But it looks like he's doing a good job of keeping Goodwin's head down. How important is that for him to keep his head down?
Right. Well, you want to close that distance. The more distance Goodwin has in this position, the more leverage he has to drop bombs, obviously. But when I said Wegesin was in a ton of trouble, he was in what a lot of people call a Matt Hughes or crucifix position. He had Wegesin's near arm trapped and had his head posted on the forearm, which definitely leaves Wegesin's head wide open for tons of damage. Wegesin realized he was in a bad situation, cut his right knee up, got half guard back, which is a much better situation now. But you'll find fighters that are super comfortable in half guard, super comfortable in side mount. You know, I mean, it just kind of depends. It's whatever Goodwin's found in his training, you know, or his game plan that, you know, that he thinks he can inflict the most damage in that position from.
So now with the 5-minute rounds we're going to now, how much of a factor does conditioning play in that? 15
minutes is a long time. I promise you, if you've never gone 15 minutes in a fight, or done.
I've only gone 15 minutes in a fight with my wife, and maybe your wife. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
that was a little off color. We're gonna act like that didn't happen. Wegesin here trying to get a triangle here, but he's gonna have to punch through an arm. That was a big elbow right there by Goodwin. That one thing Goodwin did real technically there is when the bottom man grabs your wrists to try to punch through for a triangle, you just roll your elbows over down the middle, and that's exactly what Goodwin did.
That's
he connected
that old Tito Ortiz style. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Tito was a great ground and pound guy. He kind of solidified the typical wrestler. I'm going to take you down to the ground and I'm going to beat your face in. A lot of guys have tried that style and not panned out, but it kind of depends. If you got a guy on his back with an active guard, a lot of times, you can't, ground and pound just isn't going to work,
It looks like Wegesin's doing a pretty good job right here.
Wegesin's tying him up. He's keeping the distance tight here, but you're not going to see a quick stand-up like we saw in amateurs. The referee's going to give Wegesin and Goodwin plenty of time to work, because a lot of people think Wegesin on his back is in a disadvantage. To me, in full guard, a good jiu-jitsu guy and two good jiu-jitsu guys on the ground. Both guys are equally dangerous right here. Right now, Goodwin's at a little bit better advantage because he's postured up. Great pass by Goodwin. Wegesin doing a good job of scrambling. He don't want to get guillotined here. Wegesin with some good fight off his back.
It looks like he's doing such a good job of keeping that head down. Is he wearing his neck out there?
You train so much and you grapple so much on the ground during training. If you're trained proper, it's going to take more than 15 minutes. Yeah, it takes its toll, but overall, if your back's tired, from trying to posture up like that, you didn't put yourself in the best conditioning.
So round one's got to go to Goodwin.
It's kind of got to go to Goodwin. I'm a huge wrestler, and that's my background, but I don't like counting takedowns. I look at overall damage. Who would I much rather have not wanted to be that round, and I would have rather have been Goodwin in that round. He got a good elbow in, he got a takedown in. He never put DJ in danger, but DJ never put him in danger.
So based on just the takedown battle, you're going Goodwin.
You kind of got to. You got to take what designated dominance in the match, and there was only a couple things. There was a big elbow, there was a couple shots to the body, a couple guard passes, and the takedown. So you got to give it to Goodwin. And I looked over and I thought that Goodwin had GNWA embroidered on his shorts, and that would have made me smile.
He would have got 15 more cool points in my book.
Yeah, he would have gotten 15 and a half in mine. Round two, we got DJ Wegesin, 45 years old, 142-pound pro MMA, and we got Tim Goodwin in the black trunks, 25 years old, 1-1 from Columbia, South Carolina. Wegesin, 45 years old, 4-1, fight out of Knuckle Up Fitness and Team Dojo. Kind of a rangy double leg shot there. Wegesin saw it coming. Nice little knee tap trip.
Yeah, nice.
So Goodwin back on the ground here, and I gotta wonder if Goodwin's not active on the ground, if the referee this time is going to have a little less patience in this round. Whether anybody says it or not, in the back of the referee's mind, if the fans start booing, it does play a factor in whether he considers standing the people up or not. But overall, is the top guy working to end the fight, is the bottom guy working to end the fight? And, the referee's got to make that decision. Kind of precarious situation here over in the corner. Obviously in a cage, Wegesin would want to be turning away from the edge and turning himself back and skating his hips away. In this situation, they just kind of go through the ring ropes, and the referee's going to restart him in the middle.
I'm not going to lie, I want to see this fight standing up right now.
Absolutely. You want action. It seems to me like a Goodwin would be just as better off on his feet. He looked great. Came out with some kicks. He looks like he had great technique. They're both obviously schooled on the ground. They're just neither one of them's really trying to end the fight on the ground. So Wegesin definitely the home crowd favorite here. He got a crazy intro when he walked into the ring, but his fans definitely want to see him fight off his back and looking to end the fight right now. And I don't want to use the term lay and pray, because that's definitely not what Goodwin's doing, but there's not a lot going on the ground right now, and the referee's got to, at some point, think about standing it up, because Wegesin's not looking for a submission, and Goodwin's really not delving out any damage at this point. And just as I say that, DJ looks for a high guard here. He's walking those legs up. Later in the rounds, it's going to be harder because Goodwin's going to be a lot slipperier. But Wegesin just needs to control one of those wrists and try to punch it through his crotch and hook up a triangle. And at that point, he gives himself options there. If the triangle's there, he takes it. If the armbar's there, he switches back to an armbar.
Before this, I was going to say Wegesin looks like he's doing a great job of just surviving and damage control, but now it looks like he's the one.
He's definitely the more active right now. His corner's imploring him to be more active.
What kind of situation we're in here? He's looking to get that knee.
He's just cutting his knee across the middle, but he's creating space for Goodwin, and you see Goodwin connect with that nice left hand. So it's a space battle, position battle here, but if Wegesin's got an active guard and constantly scooting backwards and skating his hips, then Goodwin's got to close that distance before he throws punches, and and that's where Wegesin can pick his spot, try to get a triangle, try to get an arm bar off one of Goodwin's mistakes, or just scoot back and get to his feet. And the referee finally is going to stand him up. It's got to be a short time in the round here. Crowd's going to try to get behind it. I'd like to see Goodwin just stay and trade. Nice.
High kick.
Nice front leg head kick. Wegesin spinning back kick. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of people think that's karate. And, I know DJ has a
a little rock
that's
there.
A head kick. Wegesin's stunned a little bit. His hands are down. He's got to get those hands up.
Oh,
and here goes Goodwin back in on a double leg. Looks like he's going to get it. Wegesin.
With the slam.
I'll tell you, that head kick connected. What I was going to say on that spinning back kick, Wegesin could actually take his back right here. If he keeps skating those hips and scooting and scooting and scooting, he could actually take his back. He could come up for a omoplata here.
To me, this is where Wegesin wants to be. I mean, he's getting dominant on his feet. He's been taken down 4 or 5 times.
It seems like he is. I'm telling you, but what I was just gonna make a minor point. It's kind of after the fact now, but that spinning back kick, if you catch a guy on the floater rib, if anybody ever saw Charles McCarthy fight David Loazo, that spinning back kick catch you on the floater rib, man, and it's just.
Can you give us a clarification on what a floater rib is?
The floater rib is the bottom rib.
That's medical terms. That is medical terms.
Sorry, you fell asleep in biology.
It's only my first year in med school right now.
It's in the biology book as floater rib. And
so round 2, who's it going to? It's got to go Goodwin.
Goodwin, man. Goodwin. I really want DJ to get in this fight. I want DJ to.
I feel like deep down,
his skills.
I want him to as well. I think he's worn out Goodwin's neck though. Personally,
I talked him up coming into the ring, and he's not getting blown out of the water by any stretch. He's still in the fight, but
the takedown's got to be the difference right now. It's got to be the takedown.
For the most part, it's the takedowns. I tell you, that head kick. Wegesin was.
He was rocked.
He was clicking his heels together a little bit. No place like home on that one, just for maybe a half a second.
So, what's Wegesin got to do to win this fight? Winning the round's not enough. He's lost to the first 2, right?
Wegesin has to go in the kitchen,
clean out the sink,
unscrew the pipes, and bring the kitchen sink with him, son. 5 minutes of kitchen sink. I don't know if I just coined a new term there, but 5 minutes of kitchen sink.
I'm putting that one right back where it came from.
If I see a tap-out shirt with 5 minutes of kitchen sink on it, I'm suing. And see, this is where I would like to see. I'd like to see Goodwin, just get busy up here. I don't know why he keeps going to the takedown. I will say this, as a wrestler, your comfort level, even if you get real good on your feet, you always like to go back to wrestling, and at some point that switch flips and you're just like, I got to take this guy to the ground, and maybe that's what happens with Goodwin. I don't know his background. I don't know if he's a former wrestler or not. He's obviously getting the takedowns. That looked like it could have been a low blow there, but
he is just throwing bombs right here. Looks like a little groin kick there.
Whiffed a head kick, and Wegesin's got to get his hands up here. He catches another head kick, and could be Good night.
Oh.
Could be good night. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Touche.
Circa 83.
Oh.
Nice spinning back kick, and I'm telling you, oh, nice overhand right by Wegesin.
Bringing it.
And here it is, like I just said.
Double. And now he's got a body lock right here
Goodwin,
to his back.
Goodwin got out of his comfort zone a little bit there and went right back to what he was comfortable with, and that's wrestling. That was his double leg. You know, and we're creatures of habit, man. If he grew up wrestling, you know, he's out of his comfort zone. He knows he can get, but he's active here. Wegesin's got something here, but Goodwin's doing everything he's supposed to do to defend it. He's cutting his right arm back in. He's posturing. Wegesin's got to pull down on the head here. Goodwin with a nice little head adjustment there, and
you can feel this crowd just waiting to erupt.
The crowd really wants DJ to get in this fight, man. They just they're waiting. I don't know if it's going to happen. We're probably about halfway through the third round. Wild Bill's Fight Night. We're streaming live on the internet. Thanks for joining us. We're also going to be, I guess you would call it tape delay on Comcast On Demand after the fact. I'm Cliff Fretwell along with Brandon Veazey riding Shoddy with me tonight. Yes, Shoddy.
That is Cliff Fretwell, the Caucasian sensation Deuce.
Actually,
Deuce.
yeah. So actually, I'm Uno, and Sean Vijay actually didn't get the memo and came into Caucasian sensation. He's got to punch a hand through here. I really wish Wegesin would control a wrist right here, punch an arm through, and really work on this triangle here. Because if he's looking Umaplata here, he's got to skate his hips right. He's got to punch an arm through a body triangle. His corner's imploring him to go for some type of fight-ending submission right here, and he's just.
Is it desperation time now?
It's not desperation time. I mean, when you're on your back, you can't panic. That's the thing. If you get to your back and you panic, then you start taking chances. We saw in some earlier fights tonight a guy in mount rushed an armbar, you know, and he ended up getting swept.
Is Wegesin in the best position to win this fight, though? For him, though, I mean, what's he got on his feet right now?
He's not in a bad position, but like I said earlier, he's got to have an active guard. He doesn't have an active guard. He's got a body triangle. It's kind of a static position right here. And Goodwin's just going to lay here. He's got the fight won. He's winning 2 rounds to nothing. They're going to stand back up.
So he's standing him up now. You think the boos had a little effect on the referee there?
They came kind of late. And that's actually Chris Mize. I didn't even realize it. Chris Mize, Alabama guy, coming over here and reffing some. Hadn't seen him in a while.
It seems like Wegesin's really got to let loose right here, let it fly.
Hey, man, 5 minutes of kitchen sink. Whoa, and there was another good. He doesn't want to be here. He's got to pummel out, get that distance, and he's got to look for Haymaker City right here.
Goodwin's good with the trip. The little outside trip he's got. It's not bad.
He's definitely got some takedowns. Like I said, I mean, he's doing what he's got to do. Not the most exciting fight, but a W's a W.
Line drive in the books.
Is a W. Frozen rope to left center.
Or swing and bunt.
Yeah.
Just trying to get to third base, ultimately.
When you say swing and bunt, I immediately think Otis Nixon. And I'm talking like
Sito. That's not a bad call there. Maybe Deion Sanders out and left. I don't know.
No, Otis Nixon. And I'm talking.
I feel like I've got Otis Nixon in a foot race right now.
I'm talking 89 Otis Simpson when he had the afro.
Who is Otis Simpson?
I mean, Otis Nixon.
Jeez.
I'm talking 89 Otis Nixon when the afro poked out of the ear holes of the helmet.
That is pre-arrest Otis Nixon.
Well, he was much more clean cut when he came back from his alleged charge.
Absolutely.
That's going to be it. Wegesin didn't do what he needed to do off his back. Goodwin did what he needed to do in every aspect of the game, and that's going to equate to a double U.
You know, I got to give Wegesin credit. He is built like a brick outhouse. I'll tell you that right now. 45, he's built like a brick outhouse.
15 minutes later, and you finally came up with something.
Hey, the cul-de-sac's not bad. He's still sucking it.
He is not sucking in. Those are real abs.
Those aren't airbrushed on,
no,
like yours?
No. Well,
he looks good though. 45, I look like that. I'm not complaining.
Absolutely not.
Matter of fact, I think he'll have a good time tonight if he's single. I don't know.
Absolutely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get DJ to follow me around. I'm going to get girls to close their eyes. I'm going to get them to rub his stomach, convince them it's mine, and then work my magic.
Looks like he's got a little hair. You might want to ask him to shave first.
Said rub his abs, not his head. So we're waiting for the judge's decision, and I'm batting 1,000 on judge's decisions tonight, and it's got to be Goodwin. He came down here from South Cackalack, and although I don't like the guys coming into the hometown guys and taking care of business, he did what he had to do, and it's going to equate to a win.
All right, at 45, how long is he looking to be able to compete at this level at 45 years old? I mean, he's built, he's put together, he's in shape, he's training hard, but how long can he compete at this level?
I'm not going to put limits on what DJ. I mean, there's a lot of older MMA fighters, you know, we got current Palace Fighting World Champ Jeff Bedard. I think he's pushing 37, 38.
Jeff Bedard, I believe, is my grandfather, as a matter of fact.
He's my great-grandfather.
That's bizarre. Guy's been around.
Crazy.
The fight world, that is. The fight world.
And believe it or not, he just opened a school here in Swanee, Georgia.
I'm going to give him a Bedard on 3. 1 to 3 Bedards.
Don't.
Show some love and respect. That's Mike Krause style.
Mike Krause style. Mike Krause style. Joining us live on the internet, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm Cliff Farwell along with Brandon VZ.
The guru.
The guru of nothing.
All right, fight fans. 2 judges scored it 30-27. 1 judge scored it 29-28. For your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Kid the Terror Goodwin.
Obvious decision.
Wegesin, ladies and gentlemen.